It's the winter episode of our farm here in FS25. It's our second winter, and we'll be getting some basic field prep done on our new field that we just bought. There's some snow, but not enough to get in the way as we work through the winter months here at Guy Friday's Country Goods. You can find a link to this playlist in the description below, or check the channel page for other farming series you might like. Well, it's the last day of December here. It's still December. I know it was last episode. Now we have work to do. Last episode, of course, at the end, we bought grandfather's carrot field. And going the wrong way, the one we helped him harvest, went ahead and purchased that as he's just, I guess he's not getting up and around enough to take care of it, as it's overgrown with weeds and it needs lime, it needs everything. So we went ahead and bought that for a pretty decent price, honestly. Now we've got two fields that we'll be planting next year, but well, we just purchased the field. It needs a lot of work. I think we can still get some plowing done on it, even though it did snow last night. It snowed some last night. There's not a whole lot of snow. I'm going to see if we can get some plowing done on the field. We're taking this plow down there, but we have a subsoiler down there. It's smaller that I'd want to use first. Oh, car. Why do they do that? They come around to pass you and then they change their minds. Okay, anyway. Yeah, we're taking this down there just in case. We've got a subsoiler, which I think will work fine, but for the center part of the field, the big open, the big open center part of the field is plenty big enough to run this on. So I figure as long as we're going down there, let's haul our big plow down there and see if we can get some work done. There's not a whole lot of snow. It might actually clear off some when it gets warmer today and the sun comes out. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. But I wanted to get an early start. It's a little nippy outside, but so last episode, if you were here, we got a new tipper. We sold our wheat and our straw, and of course, if you missed any episodes or want to see these series, we have a link to the playlist down pinned in the comments below. All right, so here is our new field purchase here. Yeah, there's a little bit of snow. It's not too bad. Let's park our plow over here by the barn or something out of the way. And, yeah, I parked, we got a subsoiler parked over here from when we used to store our equipment down here. Well, there's still a subsoiler parked down here. Yeah, and a fertilizer spreader, too. It's okay. He doesn't mind if we park some stuff down here. And, so, yeah, now we've, normally you would start off owning these fields. We chose to start not owning anything. I guess call it want for an extra challenge or whatever. But because we started off not owning anything, we're slowly, I guess, buying this stuff up. We now own two of these fields. So this one here, well, it needs plowing and we got weeds. So this plow right here will take care of both of those problems. Let's see, is it going to be any problem running in the snow? I don't think it would be. No, it's going to be fine. And yeah, this will take care of the weeds and the... Well, I just figured we'd run this around the outside, and then we'll come back with the big plow when once we got some room to maneuver it. But yeah, this little subsoiler here definitely isn't very wide. But this subsoiler here is what we used to plow our field over there, our field right there, which is bigger than this one. But yeah, let's just get some headlands done with this plow. All right, we just about got, I think, room enough to get the plow in here, the big plow. I just kind of gone through and got some basic headlands at the north and south, because that plow is big. This way we should have room to, well, it's not that it's so big, it's long, it's long. This should give us enough room to get it down in the ground for the north and south runs, and it'll be good. Now, this little subsoiler here, obviously, it's creating a slightly different soil texture than our plow will. Overall, they accomplish the same thing, which is that they plow the field. This has been turning up some rocks, so we're going to want to take care of these rocks For our field over here, we don't have a rock picker. For this field over here, when we did this last year, if you'll recall, we just rented one. So we may want to rent a stone picker to come through and get these. But for now, we're done with the subsoiler. Now, I haven't looked. There may be other work we can do. Yeah, you know what? I haven't looked. What else is there to do around town? Is anyone? Well, there's some plowing jobs that need to be done. There's not a whole lot, obviously. Harvesting, really? Yeah, I think they may have missed the boat on that one. The last day of December, they need spinach harvested. Yeah, I think that farm may have missed the boat on that one. I think we can take our big boy plow out here now. I think we got room to move this out in the field, and this will make the job go a little bit quicker. Oh yeah, we got room for it here now. Drop this guy down and make quick work of this. Oh, am I going to lose grip in this snow? I mean, there's the slightest bit of snow here. This tractor is pretty much barely powerful enough to pull this plow. Hey, let's make sure that we're... Yeah, I need to make sure that we're running the right line here with this. Well, I was kind of looking all around, and I need to I do need to focus and make sure that we're pulling this straight. We'll go through after we've got the field clear, and of course, and we'll make sure that we're not missing anything. Like, I may have wanted to have that over closer to the edge of the field. I don't know. Let's see here. Now, I think we're fine there on the edge of the field. I think we're fine. But yeah, I should stick a little closer to the edge here. It can't hurt if this plow runs a little bit into the other area. That's fine. We'll just run along the edge here. Make sure we get all the soil turned up nice and good. I don't know... what vegetable exactly we'll be doing. I want to do red beets on one of them, but that said, I think we should, we can do red beets, carrots, parsnips, and to a limited capacity, I believe also potatoes with the same equipment. Yeah, our equipment, I just checked, our equipment will plant spinach, but we don't have what it takes to harvest it. In fact, wait, let me pull this back up. The harvester, this is the harvester I want to get for us. Yeah, the harvester will harvest potatoes, carrots, parsnips, and red beets. And as that is the primary real money sink, if we had to get another planter, which we would, to plant potatoes, that's fine. So we can do potatoes, The serious piece of equipment there is that harvester. The harvester will do potatoes, parsnips, carrots, and red beets. So, yeah. That's why I want to kind of judge what we can do based upon is, the biggest cost equipment. As it is, we'll probably have to take out a loan to buy one of those. I'd like to actually own one. If we're going to seriously, once we seriously commit to what crop we're doing, I think it makes sense to buy something like that, which we'll need every single year. Leasing that stuff can get really, really expensive. Leasing that machine would cost a good chunk of the harvest, I think. And it's not out of the realm of what we could buy. Well, we'll see. That's, harvest time ain't going to be until at least August. In the meantime, our plow is making a pretty quick work of this field here. Just want to make sure I get every bit of it. I will make sure when we're done here, I will make sure that we've got the whole field nice and thoroughly. And then with this plowed, I think April will be planting month for the vegetables. Come April, both of these fields will be in the same place. I imagine we'll probably start as early as March. We can't plant until April, but assuming the ground is thawed out by March, we could come through and put in the ridges and fertilize, get the field set up for planting, so that in April we're free to plant. Yeah, this plow works pretty good on this. I mean, it seemed like it is kind of a small field. This is a big plow, but yeah, you do that 3-meter subsoiler that we used, we just ran 3 headlands with that, just 3 trips, you know, on each side, and that's enough to get this big boy here dropped down with just 3 passes with the 3-meter plow. So that's just basically, in other words, 9 meters of headland is enough to pull this thing and raise it up, get it in the dirt. Yeah, that's all the runway you need with this guy here. And this is twice as wide as that subsoiler was. Actually, this might be wider. I think this is like 7.5 meters. I'm not 100% sure on that. This is, you know, decently wide tool. Now this should take care of the weeds too, of course. We shouldn't have weeds growing back on the field, although I think I have seen it before. Keep an eye on it. We want to keep an eye on it. But generally speaking, plowing will keep weeds off your field. We shouldn't have to deal with them this year. Now in this field, before we run the ridges, before we create ridges, I'm thinking here, the next thing we want to do, I believe, is I think we're going to want to pick up the... run a Stonepicker on this next. Stonepicker, because that's gonna, if we had ridges on the field, it would mess them up. Stonepicker, we also need lime on it. Yeah, we should run through and pick up the stones and then, I think, put lime and then create the furrows. The ridges. That will, because that's what's going to give our field the final, you know, our surface soil, that's going to compact it down, give it its final like feel. And I'd like to get whatever nutrients we want in this, you know, in the soil before, you know, like one, you know, so that there's one more stage of like working it, I guess, you know, like if I have one stage where I need to like cultivate, discard, or in this case create ridges, and the field needs lime, I'll do lime before that, so that kind of works the in this case, you know, the lime into the soil. Now I think this last bit here we can get with one pass, and we may have the same issue we had on that field last episode where our tractor was slipping into the ruts. No. Well, the field last episode, the last strip we had to do was so narrow. There was a rut on each side, and no matter where I drove, the tractor was slipping into one end of it. All right, now we'll have a look here, but I think this is it for the field. Let's have a look. And all right, it's showing. It hasn't updated. Sometimes it does that. There we go. All right, so. Yeah, we got it plowed. You can see the red is gone. You know, I toggled off the lime just in case. Toggled off the lime filter just in case. But you can see it's not showing green for the weeds. It's not showing red for the plowing. Lime's all we got left, and it actually has 2 stages of fertilizer under it. That's fine. But yeah, we need to put down lime. But we're done with this. Oh, and of course, yeah, I think the next thing, is we're going to come through with the Stonepicker. But we can go ahead and we can take this back to our farm. We're done with our plow. This plow gets a lot of use. It seems like when we're not using it on our farm, we're using it, or we're not, I was going to say contracts. Yeah, we're not using it for a contract. We're using it on our farm, our new field here. This plow is in use quite a bit. And speaking of contracts, oh, we already checked that. That's right. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. There's 2 plowing contracts. That one's kind of big. That's kind of a big one. That'd be really time consuming. And do we really need that money that bad? I've done a lot of plowing lately. I'd say we're good. I think we're good on plowing. That's a big one there. And I thought I'd check the used vehicle sale, and there's nothing here that's any use to us. A mulcher and a big excavator. I always like to keep an eye out. You never know when you'll see something useful. This here, I keep driving past this. This is from first year here. The only field we owned was just this field here. From the initial first wheat harvest, some straw got kicked out over here by the harvester, and I couldn't do anything with it because this wasn't our land. Well, now this is our land. Yeah, we should be able to do something. We can finally get this straw off the ground here. But if you're wondering what that was, yeah, that happens sometimes when you harvest the field. You know, I was turning the harvester around over here. It discharged some straw. We couldn't pick it up, but now we can. Now we want to take this. Oh, we got a weight here. Yeah, that's right. Right there. It's a weight I was using for our loader. I'll have to remember that that's parked in there. Well, so far it's been a pretty good December. We got a lot done. I mean, buying that field, and now we got to plow it. I guess we may as well have a look at renting a Stonepicker and getting the rocks off of the field. Since there's not a whole lot of, I'm not seeing contract work that needs being done around here. I mean, yeah, there's that big field to plow, but I don't know. We've done plenty of plowing. I'm not in the mood to go plow, a 3 hectare. Yeah, it's about a 3 hectare field. I'm not really feeling like plowing all of that. But let's see about, I'm going to catch a ride down to the shop, and we'll see about renting that Stonepicker. All right, so Stonepickers, these categories, yeah. Oh my gosh, every time I come here, where's Stonepicker? All right, so this wasn't that expensive to lease, I don't think, and it's not very big. It's fine for this field. This is the one we want to lease. Let's see, lease for, yeah, $1,300. So we're going to want to get our money's worth out of it. Let's get to work. As long as we've got it, we're down here at the shop. We've got it. Let's get going. We'll just use our tractor that's already parked down here. This tractor will work just fine. I think it'll pull this. This tractor's got, I think this tractor's got 100 horsepower. It should work this Stonepicker fine. Of course, there's the snow factor. I mean, there's not much snow. And it hasn't snowed since last night. It hasn't snowed today. Oh, but let's get this out to, well, formerly Grandpa's field, now our field. And there is the, I just thought of this, there is the small thing where this may or may not work. I remember when we did our field, there are certain field stages where this thing won't want to work. I'll see. I don't remember exactly what it is. But, yeah, maybe we should see first. We'll make sure it works. There's like one field stage where for whatever reason rock pickers won't pick up rocks. We'll see. Alright, out here at the field, let's get this unfolded. And lower the pickup, and let's see if it's going to work for us. I forget exactly what troubles I've had with it in the past. Yeah, it's working. I just saw it scoop up some rocks. I forget exactly what it was where it wouldn't pick up rocks. I can't recall, but it's working fine here. And I turned on these lines just to see how it would run. And it looks like we're going to want to do this manually. Some things are just best if you do it manually. I probably should have turned that off so let's not step too close to this. Yeah, we wouldn't want to. Yeah, but see how it's... Yeah, it wants us to run this. And this is the same reason I don't use the guidance steering. Generally, I don't for plows, because it also wants to overlap plowing like a great, huge deal as well. We're going to turn these off. We're going to eyeball this. I thought I'd just see, but... yeah. So yeah, we're just going to be eyeballing this, which is not too bad, really. But it was wanting to have us make an insane amount of passes with this guy. I mean, it's so narrow anyway. I'm not hanging half of it off the field. Of course, we're paying to lease this. I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to have it any more time than we need to. I don't want to get charged more money. Getting up every single rock is not a necessity, but I do want to have as good a coverage as we can get here. I believe I saw medium and large rocks in the field, I think. So we're going to want to get up what we can. Yeah, I think we're going to want... We should have brought the other tractor. This tractor can pull it, but... Yeah, didn't we have this problem with the other field as well? This tractor makes a good loader, but it's not good at pulling stuff in these ruts you see from the plow. Yeah, it's not having the best time pulling that through these. Once I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and hook up this weight. See, I forgot where I parked this weight. This weight is, yeah, basically the counterweight for this, so we can lift it more with the loader. Let's park this here, and let's get our big tractor. It's going to be worth it. All right, now that we got the AGCO, this shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I forgot until, yeah, just right there, it started getting hung up in these ruts. We were having the same issues with the other field. It didn't slow us down as much in the other field. For whatever reason, I forget what may have been different in the field state, but it wasn't slowing us down this much. Here it was quite a bit. Now this tractor, oh yeah, because our little Massey Ferguson, it was getting bogged down like under 4 miles an hour. Here we're able to pull this at a decent pace. Well, that's the difference an extra 200 horsepower will make. I mean, yeah, this tractor literally has 3 times the horsepower of the little Massey Ferguson. Now, if you recall from when we did the other field over there, luckily, we're taking these to I think it's a concrete plant, and it's like practically right across the street. So once we're done here, it's a quick trip to sell these rocks. Obviously, you know, of course, they don't sell for much, but it's a place to drop them off. You know, let's see if I can turn around back up the way we came, maybe. I'm trying to find a better way to do this. I was kind of doing laps of the field, but I think we've done enough headlands. I think we can just go up and down now. Trying to go around the outside border of the field and steer this around is not incredibly easy. I'd like to get there's a fancy Stonepicker you can buy, you know. Well, fancy, much fancier than this, you know. It's much wider and fancier, but man, it's not cheap, and that's something for further down the road. All right, this isn't too bad. Yeah, we can turn around like that. It's not too bad, and we can make pretty quick work of our field here. Now, once we get this done, well, this field's going to be pretty good because it's already fertilized, and it's now plowed. And, you know, as a result of plowing, it's also no longer has weeds on it. This right here will put it in, honestly, a better state than our other field because this is already fertilized. Oh, no. Well, once we do this and then once we put down lime, this will be in a better state than our other field here. The lime we'll put down next year. We'll put that down in March when we're out here working on these fields, I figure. Well, I think we've just about got this. It's just this center part here that's the last. And this has been a pretty long and monotonous job running this little 2-meter wide tool up and down the field, but we're on the home stretch now. Just a few more passes up and down, and we'll have, I'd say, we'll check, but easily 90% of the rocks. Of course, the rocks, to my knowledge, they don't hurt the crop yield, but they would be some wear and tear on our machinery, and if we don't take care of them, bigger and bigger ones are just going to get turned up. I mean, to an extent, but it definitely doesn't get any better if you don't do anything about the rocks out here. After we go down the field here and then back, I think we're safe to check it. I've only seen just a few here and there we don't have. We can go sell these rocks, return this machine, and, well, I think it's kind of it here for winter. There's usually, you know, there's not a whole lot to do during winter. We've had a few fair things. There was definitely some contracts that were able to take earlier in December because it hadn't snowed yet. But now that it's snowed, yeah, things are different. There's not as much work to do. We picked up this field. I think this last pass down the field, if I can make this tool kind of wide, then this will be all we need. I'm going to whip it around and come back down, see if there's any rocks anywhere that we kind of missed. I think maybe down here there might be some rocks, so we'll just keep our eyes peeled here. Oops, I just passed some. Yeah, right here, just a little bit, but... I didn't hear it pick them up, but... Well, let's just keep moving. Yeah, if there's anything here, they're pretty small. I'm not really worried about it. I thought maybe there was some that got missed along this area here, but... let's kill that there. I think that's pretty much got it. Let's check our field on the map here just to see. And, oh, wow. That's... Hang on, let's turn the lime filter off. There are literally 3 rocks up from the field where we can leave those. Yeah, the field looks pretty good. I mean, this is 99% pretty good. Really couldn't expect any better. All right. Yeah. Yeah, looks great. Of course, here you can see, well, this is always a mismatch. And, you know, I kind of honestly like when the fields aren't perfect because, you know, you're a human being working a field. We're not working with computer precision. This is pretty darn good. Those dark purple lineate streaks, that's simply where the rock picker didn't touch because it wherever it runs, it makes the ground to cultivated status. So actually we got like 99.9% coverage of the field on that thing. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. I kind of like not having 100% perfect coverage. I like it to look more natural and, you know, well, like it would. This is pretty much exactly what I'm going for. The field looks like a field because it is a field. Let's take these down here and sell. I think I know where the place is at. I don't think we even need to use a map. Yeah, I think I know exactly where we're going. Wow. The sun came out and it's turned into a pretty day. How about that? Yeah, this snow might just clear off too. Yeah, it looks, yeah, it's pretty nice outside now. Sun comes out, gets a little warm. Might be able to take off our jacket here in a bit if we keep working outside. So we want to go down here. Cement factory, if memory serves. It's right up here on the right. Is this it here? I think this is it here, right before the bridge. Let's see. Yeah, this looks like it here, I think. Yeah, because that's the conveyor belt up to the thingy thing. And we want to drop these off. Yeah, right here at the bottom of the conveyor belt, I guess. And then we can return this back to the shop. There we go. Alright, 96 bucks. Well, I wonder where this road goes. I don't know, but we're going to turn around and take this guy back to the shop. Get turned around here. And, yeah, I'm going to run this guy back to the shop and return our lease. Alright, here we go. We'll just park this here out front. They can have this back. Let's park here real quick and go in and let them know that we're returning this. Let's go over here down to, and we got to find it because, yeah, we need to address the way this stuff is organized in here. There we go. Degelman. It's under Degelman. Of course it is. Where's the Stonepicker at? Oh, duh. It's under Degelman. Didn't you know? Of course it is. Yeah. Yeah, Giants needs to have a look at this menu. Anyway, return. There we go. All right. Well, we can get back to the farm now, and well, actually, let's maybe stop by grandfather's house because that's where we've been sleeping lately until I get a proper farmhouse, you know, rest point, you know, built at our farm. Which we have the house, of course. I just need to put a sleep point there. But until such time, we're gonna go to grandfather's house and roll into January because I think we've done probably more work than I've ever seen done on a farm in December. We had a pretty good, fruitful winter, so let's move on into January. And the snow might pile up a little overnight. It's hard to say. I believe it is supposed to snow this evening, but for now, we are good to call it a day. And we're going to move on to January 1st. Well, here we are. It's January. It's 8 a.m. January 1st. Happy New Year, everyone. It is the new year, at least here in game it is. And it looks like we got more snow coming. Yeah, we still got snow, and we got more coming. So I always look at this, but there's really nothing interesting here. So the other thing I want to look at now that we're in a new month and well, a whole new season. Well, I mean, we're still in winter, but yeah, new year, new month. Is there anything? No, it's pretty slow. It's wintertime. It's pretty slow. Yeah, winter has been largely uneventful here. It's now February, and there is some local work nearby. I'm going to go to our house, and we're going to grab our skid steer. Or, well, let's see here. There's some rock removal that I want to do. I like doing rock removal contracts because, well, they're fun. And, well, now we have a way to transport a skid steer because we've got that new trailer of ours. And it's real easy we can just drive the skid steer up on that and transport it anywhere. So that makes rock removal jobs easy because we can get anywhere around town we need to get. Yeah, here in February you can see the snow's cleared off. I mean, it's snowing now, but it's gotten a little warmer and the snow's cleared off. It's kind of wet snow is what we're into now. So it's snowing a little bit. I don't think this is going to stick. But, yeah, so we're going to get us a rock removal contract. I'm trying to figure, we'll get our trailer. Do we want to grab our skid steer? Or, well, the way I figure it, we're going to have to use their rental equipment. Because we don't have... I wonder if we should invest in the, what do you call it? The jackhammer tool. I do enough of these rock removal contracts that, well, let's get up here to our farm and I'll pull over here off the road and we'll see what those things cost. I'd like to be able to take those without having to rent the equipment. We could save some money, and now that we can transport our skid steer, that might just be make some sense. Let's head up here to skid steer, loader tools, hydraulic breaker, $9,000. We don't have a whole lot of money, but how much does it cost to rent these? I do a lot of these rock removal contracts. They charge us $400 to rent the equipment. But I figure if I like doing something, then maybe we should use our own equipment for it. I mean, $9,000, but then we'd have our own Rockbreaker, whatever that's worth. But that could come in handy. Again, I do like doing these, so let's get our trailer. Yeah, this is great. If you haven't seen this, well, I showed you guys this in the last episode. This is great for moving around the skid steer. Yeah, let's get our... let's drop these forks off over here. Yeah, I like doing these. We've got our own skid steer. I say we buy our own hydraulic breaker, and then we won't have to rent the equipment. It doesn't save that much money, but it will save money. We have to lift this up. And we can just pop this little guy up here. Ah, there we go. Easy peasy. We'll just want to, yeah, make sure to strap it down. Oh, raise it up. And let's get this guy down to the shop. And yeah, let's pick us up the hydraulic breaker. That'll be cool. I think it'll be cool to have our own. I like using it. So we should have one of our own. We'll get down here to the shop. All right, down here at the shop. And we've already paid for it. It's waiting for us down here. I think it's if not a good investment, it's a fun investment. It's something that I wanted. And I mean, all the practical buying that I do, that's got to come into play sometimes. Yeah, I wanted it, so we got it. Let's unhook our skid steer here, and yeah, it's a fun little toy. I like breaking rocks. This is cool. So now, yeah, I love doing contracts and not renting the equipment. I think it just feels good to sign up for a contract and not have to rent anything. So there we go. Now we can, now we can break our own rocks. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and rock removal. Oh, however, what day is today? Today is February 1st. Always check, before you take a contract, always check the remaining time on it. That small little number down there in the bottom right-hand corner of it. Notice how it says 2 hours, 39 minutes. Pay attention to that, because it'll time out. It'll cancel it, and yeah, you'll get stuck with, I think you'll get stuck with a penalty if you don't finish it. I'm not 100%. There's only one contract I didn't finish, and that's when I learned that hard lesson that there is a time limit. I was in the middle of a contract, and everything just poof, disappeared, kicked me out of the vehicle. I forget exactly what happened, but you don't want to be there when the time runs out. So look for that. Yeah, we got 2 hours, 40 minutes. I like to live dangerously. Accept contract. No equipment needed because we got our own. Yeah, let's go do this real quick. Luckily, hey, we got a trailer to get the vehicle there in the allotted time. Let's get this on here. There we go. Let's get on our tractor. Get our load strap down. And where are we going for this? Let's see, where's it showing? That is... Okay, I know where that's at. I know where that's at. I didn't even have to make it bigger. I could see where that's at. So 2 hours, 40 minutes. So it's got to be done by 11 a.m. is what I'm seeing. I could slow down the time. I'm aware of that. What is this van doing? Is he driving in circles or what? We want to go up here. Make sure no one's coming. We want to hang a left here. These roads are quite a mess. Right here in the town of Riverbend Springs, the roads do this thing where they just kind of like spaghetti bowl into each other. But I'm pretty sure we're headed the right way. I could look at the map if I wasn't sure, but I'm fairly sure I know where we're at. Here we should be going across the water to there's an island with a, I'm not sure what this complex of buildings is here on the island. I have explored all through it. I'm not 100% sure what it is. There's probably signs and I just forget what it is, but when to go across this, there'll be a dirt road on our right when we get across this bridge. Oh, there's the barge. Honk honk. It's cool, you can see the barges going down the river there. Alright, we're going down here. And we're looking for a place with rocks to break. I think it's... Oh, you know what? Actually, I see it. We want to pull off here. We want to go down here. We've still got a couple hours. Yeah, it didn't take long at all to get down here. Here's where we're going. Right here. Oh, this is awesome. Our little skid steer delivery method. Yeah, I love this trailer. It's super handy. Alright, now we got our own equipment. We can get to it. I like to rock break it. I don't know why. It's fun. So I'm going to get to this. Guys, thanks so much for following along as we finish off through winter. Next episode, it's going to be spring. And we can get on with planting. Well, we'll be getting our fields ready for planting, and maybe we'll be planting. But anyway, thanks so much for following along. I hope you enjoy the series. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, follow along for more. Click the notification bell so you get updates, or notifications, I should say, whenever there are updates and new videos. This is a pretty loud, clanking job. I'm going to get to this, and I will catch you guys next time.